Alright, so if you guys have just finished playing The Last of Us 2, I just want to say you probably are feeling a lot of mixed emotions right now, and you don't know if you're Team Ellie or Team Abby. So this video is going to be like a breakdown into what I think. I want to ask what you guys think, and I just want to have a discussion about this because I feel like there's just all these things going out right now, and it's probably the healthiest thing right now is just to talk about it. I certainly went into it thinking one thing and I came out feeling another thing. During the game I was feeling a whole different bunch of emotions, and it was crazy. I feel like it's just an absolute masterpiece in the way it was created, and it was very, very smart, and it really kicked off a lot of controversy. A lot of people are hating on Abby right now, and it's like Team Abby or your Team Ellie, and there's like no ground for both. So I thought I'd make a bit of a video. Please note that there will be spoilers in this game. I highly recommend you watch it after you've played the game, just because it's kind of hard to talk about without spoiling it for someone. So I just want to put that up front. If you guys haven't played it, go away, play it, come back to this video later. And with that being said, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is Abby herself. So Abby's played by, it's kind of a mixture. So Abby's this weird sort of character where it's not just one person who's playing the entire character. So Abby's face is modeled off Jocelyn Mettler, I think her name is. The body is modeled off a CrossFitter, which was my theory when I was playing the game. It just felt like it was a CrossFitter's body. And the CrossFitter's body, I think, is Colleen Fotsch. And the voice actor is Laura Bailey. Now, interestingly, what's been happening, Laura Bailey, who plays the voice actor, has been getting some death threats about the character. The face actor has received some good comments, and then the body model, we're not 100% sure if it is Colleen Fotsch with the body model who's a CrossFitter. So I don't know if she's been getting any hate or anything like that, but the fact that, you know, this game's come out and people are actually going out of the way to create hate memes and create like forums and discussions where they're hating on Abby just goes to show that this game sort of did achieve what it was meant to achieve. Like any game is supposed to make the gamer feel something towards it. You know, ultimately, if you can get someone crying over a game, the developers have really done their job well. So as you guys know, if you've played the game, Abby goes through a massive growth. So does Ellie as well. They both go through a bit of a growth phase there. With Abby, now you sort of understand why at the start of the game, you don't really know why she's doing what she's doing, what's you know, her story or anything like that. She just starts off like this crazy character who just wants to kill Joel, and it's just, at the start I absolutely hated her actor. Like it was her role, it just felt so weird and just out of place. And then eventually you start to see little snippets into her life, and then the game sort of progresses on that you actually play as her. So it's just crazy how the game's made like that. You feel all this hate towards Abby, especially when she kills Joel. Like when that happened, I think the internet almost melted down. Like gamers were just like going crazy. I'm surprised the developers didn't get any death threats. None that I've heard of anyway. I'm sure they did. So Abby ends up killing Joel, and Abby also later ends up killing Jesse, who plays this sort of weird character, in my opinion, who's like Dina's ex. And in retaliation, well, firstly, Ellie kills off Abby's secret lover, Owen, and also kills off her friends, Danny and Mel, who happens to be pregnant at that time as well. So with this said, you know, if you just write down all the facts for someone who hasn't played the games, it sort of seems like it's equal, right? One person killing another, one person killing another. It's really nothing like that. And then what happens is when you as a gamer play this game and then you're really attached to Ellie because, you know, there's been a whole separate game with Joel and Ellie, they get killed off, and then you really hate Abby. But then when you play as Abby, you get to understand why she did what she did. And the developers play you against your own feelings. So if you hate Abby because she killed Joel, but then it's okay for Ellie to kill, you know, her dad, for Joel to kill Ellie's dad, and then Ellie to kill, you know, Mel and Owen and all that sort of stuff. It's kind of, you're kind of being a hypocrite in my opinion. I don't know, what do you guys think? It's kind of like what the developers have made this whole game about. It's like it's like they're sort of batting your feelings against you, and they're making you into a bit of a hypocrite. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how I sort of felt about the game. I don't know how you guys felt. I'd love to know. Please do comment below. I feel like when there were some aspects of the game where Abby really shows her heart, especially when she's developing as a character. She's just out for revenge for someone who killed her dad, who, if you look back in the first game, I feel like Joel didn't actually need to kill her dad. He did it anyway. So that was sort of interesting. I'm sure you guys all know that scene where you break into the surgery and you kill her dad. And I feel like Abby had the chance to kill Dina, and she had the chance to kill Ellie as well, but instead she had the heart to know when to stop, and she stopped. Like, you know, that was it. She wasn't even out for revenge after she killed Joel. Like, you know, she got her revenge, she moved on, and that was it. And furthermore to this, like, when Ellie's character is kind of weird in this sense that, you know, it was game over for Ellie. Like, she was done. She was basically dead. If it wasn't for Abby's heart, she would have not survived, and Dina would have been killed as well, right? So it's kind of crazy how after everything, Ellie just has to go back and try and get that revenge. And I feel like this is where a lot of people who have got a lot of emotional attachment towards Ellie might have been very, very on her side, but then there's some people in the middle who don't really care so much with taking sides. I feel like that's the best approach to this game. And this story isn't, what I concluded is that this story isn't about Team Ellie or Team Abby. It's about a story of two stories, really. That's how the game is made, and I feel like that came as a big shock to a lot of people, and when it did, that's when a lot of this hate started coming out. You can hate Abby as much as you want to hate her, but then Ellie also does a lot of things which is exactly what Abby did as well. So it's kind of like they cancel each other out, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to you as a gamer. Who are you more attached to? And I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please comment below what you think. Are you Team Abby? Are you Team Ellie? Or are you in between where you're not picking sides and you feel like both are right and it's just a great story? Me personally, because I only played the first game a couple of months ago, I didn't have like 7 years of emotional attachment built up towards Joel and Ellie. So I just played the game as it was, I feel, whereas a lot of people are very attached, right? So for me, I feel like the game was really great, and I feel like both sides made their point very clearly, and the people who lose in the middle are the ones that pick a side. I feel like you just got to play the game and it's got to be neutral. When it came down to it, I didn't want either of them to die. You know, the scene where they're both like killing each other and that sort of stuff. It was just like, I was feeling a lot of emotions towards both characters. So I felt I had to literally walk away from the controller. I was like, man, this is crazy. Like, I do not want to do this. I literally just paused the game and I walked away. Man, I need to just take a break. I'll be back. This is crazy right now. I just don't even know what I'm thinking. Alright, so I'm back. I actually had to walk away and drink a bit of water, gather my thoughts and stuff, man. This is too much to handle. I don't know if you guys had that moment, but I certainly did, and it's absolutely crazy. The fact that developers can make this game into something like this, it goes to show that if you play it with an open mind and neutral outlook, you will come out, you know, praising this game, I feel. Let me know what you guys think. Are you Team Abby, Team Ellie, or are you neutral? Comment below your thoughts. Like always, guys, like this video, share it with someone who you think might like this discussion. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram, my link is in the description box below. That's where I'm active the most. Alright, I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.
Hey.